used to make me smile.
This is a chronology of American music, a week-by-week account of the nation's #1 songs. We begin our sweep through time, July 9th, 1955, the week that rock surfaces.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
An unprecedented 8 weeks at the top for Bill Haley and the Comets. Not bad for America's very first #1 rock and roll song. However, for the next year at least, pop music returns to its familiar favorites, and Mitch Miller is certainly among them. The Yellow Rose of Texas begins a 5-week stay at the top spots the first week of September 1955.
There's a yellow rose in Texas.
By the first week of October, it looked as though the Yellow Rose had finally wilted and was going to give up some #1 time to the Four Aces. And this was the case for the next week, anyway. Four Aces completed that first week in first position and found that unfortunately the Yellow Rose had bloomed again. For the last 2 weeks of October, it was Mitch Miller and the Four Aces, #1 one more time.
But the yellow rose of Texas
only grows in the early spring.
A chronology of American music, all the #1 songs, heads into 1956 in a moment.
A little bitty bit of sunshine come your way, yeah. That's the world I wish for you. It's the real thing, like a bottle of Coke. What you hoping to find? Coca-Cola. It's the real thing. Coke is
JCPX, you ain't nothing but a hand on the fuzzy down in jail. Although it's always crowded.
You're listening to a chronology of American music.
February 10th, 1958. And the top of the charts again belonged to Elvis Presley. And again, it's an Elvis two-sided hit, this time for 5 solid weeks.
I don't want my heart to be broken.
By early February 1958, the Elvis Presley score stands at 9 #1 hits and 55 weeks first place in only 18 months. For the 5 weeks till mid-March, though, the Champs are just that. The Champs, unfortunately, had only one #1 song. The Platters, however, had 2, and we'll hear the first of those when a chronology of American music heads into spring 1958.
You're listening to a chronology of American music, a memory sweep through time with the nation's #1 hits.
WDXB.
His last #1 hit was April Love in December of '57. It's now mid-June '61, and Pat Boone is on top again.
Took my baby's
There were 6-1 odds that 2-3 would never make it. But it did, and all the way to. By June 26th, Gary U.S. Bonds had his first hits and a #1 song.
I don't you know that I dance to the water of the street.
It's now the middle of a long, hot 1961 summer, and for the next 7 weeks,
couldn't sleep at all last night.
Bobby Lewis, Tossin' and Turnin' is in first place from early July until late August 1961. The cover version of an Elvis Presley song is #1 when a chronology of American music continues.
when you say but, you've said a lot of things nobody else can say.
When you say bye, wiser.
You've said it all. KCPX.
It's one last month of calm for America as the chronology enters 1964 with Bobby Vinton.
I love you again.
But the January calm is only that which precedes the February storm. The British have finally won. Even if it is only a music revolution, the number one position is solid Beatle territory for the next 3 months.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you something. I wanna hold your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The Beatles' first number one hit is double-sided, of course, and it lasts 7 weeks.
Well, she was just 17. I saw her standing there.
The last half of March, and it's 2 more number one Beatle weeks. And still another 5 number one weeks for the Beatles. It's not until the second week of May that the Beatles finally relinquish the number one position, and it's a million seller for Louis Armstrong when A Chronology of American Music moves into the summer of 1964.
New York City's got rhythm. New York has a driving rhythm. State Farm is all you need to know about insurance.
This is A Chronology of American Music, an in-order replay of the nation's best sellers.
The Rock of Chattanooga, WDXB.
The Staple Singers make their number one debut, June 3rd, 1972.
I know a place. Call it mercy. I'll take you there.
The next 3 weeks in first place belong to another of America's favorite artists, Sammy Davis Jr. It's rather ironic that after so many years of pleasing adult audiences, Sammy Davis' first number one hit should be a song from the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The Candyman, however, is finally sold out July 1st, 1972, making room at the top for Neil Diamond's second number one song.
Song sung blue.
A Chronology of American Music reaches its conclusion here in the summer of 1972. In just a moment, a statistical wrap-up plus a special 6-minute review of the entire 17 years of number one hits.